I hate gift giving and receiving.
Receiving gifts is so weird. What do you say, thank you?
This is Coffee Convos with Kail Lowry and Lindsie Chrisley.
I really want you to be in your feels, Kail.
That does not interest me whatsoever.
I feel very attacked by you.
A spirited discussion about motherhood, friendship, family, and life in the public eye.
I'm just not with the fakery anymore.
There's a fakery bakery around here.
Here's Kail and Lindsie.
Good morning, kitty cat.
Good morning, kitty cat.
Look at my hair.
Yeah, this is yesterday's hair. So we are on the same timeline.
This is also yesterday's hair. I did not get back from the hair salon from Jackson's Perm until almost 9 o'clock last night.
How did it go?
I was not prepared for that. How did it go? You want to see it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, hold on.
Does he love it is the biggest question.
He loves it. He says,
I think I also want a perm so I don't have to curl my hair anymore.
He says it's Riz.
It is Riz. He doesn't need to aura farm.
Okay, hold on. This is what it looks like.
Oh, that is not what I expected at all.
What did you expect?
That looks so good. I thought that it was going to be like ringlets.
Okay, so I learned a lot about perms yesterday. Just for anybody who has a kid that wants to get a perm. The hair roughly needs to be like 6 inches long.
Okay.
So I had called Kristen and I was like, are we sure that his hair's like long enough to do this? Because the last thing you want to do as a mom is like get your kid to an appointment that they're so excited for and then them turn them down, right? So I'm like mentally preparing myself if this happens. And she's like, oh no, we can just do like the smaller curlers. It'll be fine. The funny part of this entire thing, I was like, Kristen, how do I know like what 6 inches is?
How do you know what 6 inches is? I know what 6 inches is right off the top.
Okay, so put your fingers up. How long do you think that 6 inches is?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my hands are not big enough.
Ooh, I've been saying people are way smaller than what they are.
No, that is not 6 inches at all.
Is this 6?
No.
Then what is this?
5, 4.5. Like my middle finger and my thumb are like 6 inches. I might even have
You've been measuring somebody. That's how you would know that. Wait. Okay, so let me tell you the story about the perm, but before I forget, do you think that most men have measured their dick with like a ruler or a tape measure in the house?
I think that they measure it with whatever they can. So like they'll take this fucking colored pencil and then they'll measure it and be like, oh, like how does it compare to this? And then they'll measure this. Like that's how I picture men being. And like I also think, and I don't know if you've dated anyone like this, but 3 people that I've dated in my lifetime have like literally been dick swinging, like swinging their dicks around like for funsies.
Oh, like helicoptering?
Yes. And like what's so funny about that is like, okay, if we're talking about like my most recent exes, like half of them did it and half of them didn't. I feel like it's always the male student athletes. Like if you were any sort of athlete, you are a dick swinger. But if you weren't, I'm going
to prove your theory right here in a second, but I need to know where they're doing this dick swinging.
I mean, in my face, basically. Like they were doing it in the locker room and then they carried it over to like the bedrooms with their girlfriends and wives. Like
okay, I have a story about that. So when I was in college, so Will's parents purchased a townhouse for him and his older brother. And his older brother like had a job, but he was still taking classes and stuff. And then Will was just a fucking athlete and throwing keggers over at the house. Okay. So I would always go to these parties and hang out with him. And one day I turned the corner and Will is standing on the stairs, like pants full fucking down, helicoptering in the middle of a fucking living room.
I told you, it's the athletes that be doing the shit like that.
But why, like, are they trying to prove that their dick's athletic? Like, what are they, like?
Please, Lindsay Landsman, please, for the love of fucking God, I need you to film Sly Willy, Big Will, Willard. I need you to go up to him the next time you see him and say, Do you ever wish you were athletic? And I need you to record it. It's a trend on TikTok where you ask people who were athletes if they wish they were athletic. I need you to ask him, because then the second part to that 4 coffee combos is, were you swinging your dick to make it athletic? Were you trying to build stamina? Were you trying to build endurance?
Should I just do that trend to like all of my exes and then also my current partner?
Yes, you should, actually. And I'll do the same.
Fucking hilarious. Okay, so back to this perm situation. I did not realize that it was going to be like multiple hour thing. I thought we were going to just, I don't know what I thought actually. I thought we were just going to like go in and they were going to put those little curler things in. They were going to put some chemicals on it, like wada boom, wada bang, leave. No.
Yeah.
No. This is a 3-hour ordeal.
Yeah, it's an excursion.
It was. He is now going to grow the top part of his hair out. So the next time that he goes, it can be curlier than what it is. He was just working with like shorter hair than what they would normally like to see. Yep. But very excited to start 6th grade. I look like a fucking mess because I didn't get home until 9 o'clock, took a shower, got in the bed because I was like, you know, I've got to talk to the kiddies in the morning and I need to go get some good sleep. Didn't even eat dinner. And he's getting his braces off today.
Wait, what? He's getting his braces off today? When does he start school?
Friday.
He starts school on a Friday?
Yeah. So I actually like it. And I wanted to talk about this on the podcast for other moms. Like if you have, I wouldn't like it for like elementary school, but if you have a kid that's a rising 6th grader and they're going to a new school and it's like a whole different vibe, like he's changing classes for every class now in 6th grade. And they didn't do that in elementary school. They just had 2 teachers and they switched like first block and second block. Now it's every class is a switch. And so I like it because he just gets to go and like dip his toes in on Friday. And then he has the whole weekend to kind of reset and then start back on Monday. So I like it for that purposes. But I think it's just our county always starts August 1st and August 1st happened to fall
on a Friday.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I just, when we have conversations like me and you, or just me and anyone about back to school, like I'm always so shocked by people going back to school so early, like the 1st of August or whatever. Or just, I guess, in August in general. And then I'm like, okay, but they get out in May, but it's not warm enough here in May some years to get in the pool and stuff. So like it doesn't really benefit us if we were to have that same sort of schedule to get out in May and go back in August. Like here, it's so hot still. And like, but in May it's not. So like, I don't think it would work here. I wonder if the weather has anything to do with it.
I don't know, but I feel like when my grandparents were in school, they always told me that they went back after Labor Day and they lived in the South. So I don't know. I think it was a change that happened sometime like in the 90s, I feel like, for the South.
I went to the dentist yesterday for a nice little cleaning, and I have a fucking cavity.
I feel like every time you go to the dentist, you get a cavity.
Well, I said, you know, the only real change, because she was like, your gums look good. She's like, everything looks good. She's like, but you have this cavity and all of your cavities are between your teeth. Any cavity I've had has been between my teeth.
You don't floss, do you?
No, I do. But here's what she said. She's like, we need to take a look at your diet. And I said, what do you mean? I said, well, the only thing that's really different, because I used to drink Alani's, but not regularly, right? Mm-hmm. Within the last year to 18 months, I'm drinking energy drinks every single day. And sometimes I'm nursing them. So I just cracked this open right now. It's 9:21. I might have this until 1 o'clock.
Oh no. See, I can't.
So she said it takes 20 minutes to rinse that off. She's like, if you're nursing the energy drink, she's like, that's explaining to me why you keep getting all of these cavities, because you're nursing it. She's like, I'm never going to tell you to chug an energy drink. I'm not going to tell you to do that. But she's like, if you're going to nurse it, you need to drink it, drink water, drink it, drink water, drink it, drink water to help rinse the acidity out, because that's really the only thing that has changed, is that I I got a coffee aversion whenever I was pregnant with either Rio or the twins. And like, I do drink coffee sometimes now, but pretty much made the complete switch from coffee to energy drinks.
It's so crazy to me because I remember when we first started podcasting, you used to talk about like basically
Coffee.
being your own barista.
Yeah, I loved coffee. So like I was drinking coffee all the time.
And I never was drinking coffee. You'd be so proud of me. I have not had an Alani or any kind of energy drink probably in 8 or 9 weeks. Yeah. I only drink that amino energy powder that I get off of Amazon.
Was it an intentional switch or it was just, it was intentional? Because my coffee to energy drinks was not intentional at all.
Oh no, mine was definitely intentional because I started seeing stuff online about like mostly high school kids going to like sports practices and stuff collapsing over this intake of energy drinks and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit, if they're collapsing, that might give me a fucking heart attack.
Well, I will say that over the last, I'll say 3 months, give or take, my restless leg syndrome, which I never really had except for when I was pregnant, I've been having it really bad at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. And I'm like, okay.
What does that mean? Like your legs are sleepy?
No, restless legs is like you have the urge, you feel like you have to kick and move and get up and walk and you need to go for a run because your legs are like rearing to go or raring to go, however you say it. Like they're just like trying to go. And I'm like literally laying in bed and I'm kicking so hard to like basically tire them out because they feel like they have the sensation. It's the energy drinks. Like the energy drinks are doing that to you. But I don't know that for sure because I've been drinking energy drinks for like 18 months.
I also think it's hilarious that you switched from Alani's to Ghost because you shared one of your Ghosts with me. And if that was like the last thing that I could drink in the world, I wouldn't drink it.
Ghost or energy drinks?
Like Ghost.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. All right, these days it feels like there's advice for everything: cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what exactly will work for you? The internet obviously is an information overload about mental health and wellness, and it can be a struggle to know what's true and what actions to take. But that's where BetterHelp comes in.
With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. It is so convenient. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life, plus switch therapist at any time. I know that I've chatted a little bit about having to date a new therapist, and I started with BetterHelp. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/coffee. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/coffee.
I also need to know why we were such psychopaths last night and we're going back and forth. Not even last night, but we're going back and forth for multiple hours yesterday in our group chat, which is something that we have not done like in a long period of time.
Yeah. Well, I think that this case of the Idaho Four has consumed us to the point of no return. So when we're going back and forth, it's like we're investigators.
You know what's so funny though is that between me, you, and Kristen, we're also committed to like our own theories of things. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, that's not how it happened.
Well, what's so funny is Emily was here last night. And so when I started texting you, Emily she's already like almost done with the book. So she's getting information from that. But I'm telling her information from One Night in Idaho and plus what we talked about on the last recording that you and I did. And so I'm giving her updates on, well, Lindsie said this and Kristen said this and Maddie was the intended target. And I have so many questions still. I'm out here reading the 300 pages of police docs. Like, I don't know what's going on because I don't have time. Like, I actually did say this last night, though, unrelated to the Idaho Four. Like, I feel like I'm spreading myself so thin and nobody is getting 100%. Nobody's getting 50%. Like, I feel like I am pulled in unrelated to my children. Like, I'm not talking about my kids. So if y'all are going to come for my neck, don't, because I'm not even referring to motherhood. In terms of my work life, volunteer life, anything like that, like I feel like I'm not giving anybody even 20% of me. And so with that, I'm tying that back to the Idaho Four, is like I haven't been able to read any of the stuff. I haven't been able to see all the TikToks. I haven't been able, because I'm not able to give myself the time. And so I do feel like I would have different theories if I was like reading stuff and watching videos myself. I just literally haven't had the time.
Well, I do think that motherhood does play a part of it, because in the summertime, and I felt that this week too, it's like our last week of summer and also first day of school this week. And it does feel like, okay, I need to do this and I want to do that and I want to give him all my undivided attention, but there's still like obligations and things that need to be done. And that's like the hardest place to be. I felt like I was cracked out.
No, truly. I asked Alicia if I could keep the babies this week because we went on vacation last week and I hadn't seen them. And he was obviously accommodating, like, yeah, sure. So I have them this week and I'm just thinking, oh, it's going to be so nice to like spend time with them. And the whole time I got work right after this recording, like this recording ends at 10:30. I have another recording that starts at 10:30, like no time in between. And then I have appointments and labs and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, I'm keeping the babies and I don't even get to see them.
I know. You know what we should do? And I don't know when we could find the time to do this, but we should do like, we go away somewhere and just do self-care.
I would love that, actually. I haven't had my eyebrows done in 18 months.
Facials, massages. Actually, I haven't had my eyebrows done in a long time either. And I texted Kristen the other day and I was like, I need to have my brows done.
Yeah, I need brows, Dysport. I'm getting my neck. Everything. I'm getting my neck chopped off in 2 weeks. So I'm like sort of waiting to get Botox until after that. But she did say that my Lux and Creed tattoo might move, like where you can't see it anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But I'm really excited to have a snatched jawline because like what's weird, when I sit up straight, I don't really have a double chin, right? But it's the angles that I always have a double chin. Like sometimes I have 3.
But did they say when you went to your consult for that, because I do know, I used to have a friend that had a double chin, like absolutely beautiful girl, and she had it and her mom had it, and they said it's like a hereditary thing.
Mm-hmm. Mine is too. It's hereditary. It's just skin. Because I asked for it to be lipoed and they were like, there's no fat here. It's just skin.
Oh, wow. So when you do the surgery, it will remove it completely?
Yeah.
But will it come back?
There's probably always a risk, but based on what she said, I'm seeing Dr. Tina Ho in Philadelphia. She said that like there's a chance I could need another one in 20 years.
So you'll get rid of it for 20 years.
Hopefully in 20 years, I'll be taking a dirt nap anyway. So
I would, in 20 years, your youngest children will
be 22 years old.
22 years old.
Yeah, but
Chris said that's only 53, you psychopath.
I know, but like I'm worth more to them dead than I am alive. So it would honestly only benefit them.
You know what? Somebody recently told me that. They said, I'm not fucking with you anymore. You're worth more dead than you are alive. Well, while we're talking about surgeries, we had a listener submission from the Facebook group, and someone said a few episodes back, you talked about the umbilical hernia surgery being the worst. Why was it so bad? I'm getting the surgery soon. And I will say I went through the comments on that, and some people said it's dependent upon I guess how bad the hernia is, and then also the method that the doctor uses to do it. So when I had Jackson, obviously I'm like small, petite frame. So the only place for him to go was literally out. And my belly button around 7 months, I could tell like was starting to look pretty bad. And I knew once I stopped breastfeeding, I was going to have my boobs done. And so I was like, well, while I'm already under, I'll go ahead and do the umbilical hernia surgery while I do the boobs. And so I did both of those things together, and I would not regret doing it that way, or I don't regret doing it that way. I feel like the boob job was a walk in the park in comparison to the umbilical hernia surgery. Like, my boob job was hardly any recovery.
Are you kidding?
Like, it was truly nothing. Also, when I had my nose done, it was truly nothing. That umbilical surgery, and I don't know if it's just like such a sensitive area of your body, or if it's because it's like your abdomen, or maybe like how tight they pull whatever they're pulling on the inside. I had the worst scar there than anywhere else. And that surgery took a pretty extensive amount of time. And I really do believe that it's just based on like how bad it was.
Do you still have a scar?
Not really. Like, it's faded over time, but I had a decent amount of laser on it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me because the way that people scar is so different. Like, knock on wood, I am a very good scarer. So like I'll do a video if anyone's interested. I will literally take a video of all my surgery scars. Like, over time, they heal really well. They're usually pretty flush against my skin. Like, sometimes you can't really tell. I scar very, very well. I have friends who are fair skinned like me, fair complexion like me, and they have like their normal everyday scar would be like a keloid scar, like raised purple.
I don't know how much truth there is to this, but I have heard that if you are susceptible to getting stretch marks, that those people scar worse than people who are less susceptible to getting scars. I have also heard that stretch marks are genetic.
I've also heard that.
Do you feel like that's true?
Yes, because I literally look at I think obviously my great grandma and my grandma are dead, but I think about my mom, my grandma, my great grandma. I scar exactly the same as all of them. I scar the same, stretch marks the same, double chin the same, everything's the same.
My mom didn't get any stretch marks with her 4 pregnancies at all.
Did you?
I didn't either.
I had really minimal stretch marks. I have no complaints, truly.
But I will say, outside of like that possibly being like something genetic, my last weigh-in, I was tiny. Like, I was tinier when I got pregnant than I am now, if you could imagine that. My last weigh-in at 8.5 months pregnant when I had him was 127 pounds.
What?
Yes.
I've never been 100. I think I was 127 pounds in the 6th grade.
That was my last weigh-in. Like, when I went into the hospital, because I had gone twice because I had labored twice. So the second time I went, they did like all the weighing and stuff, and 127 pounds.
The last weigh-in with Lincoln Marshall Marroquin. I'm embarrassed. Oh, wow. Last weigh-in. This is the only one I remember because it was the highest weight I've ever been. The day I gave birth, I was 260 pounds.
The day you gave birth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see, I don't feel like when you say, oh, well, I weigh X, Y, and Z, like, I don't feel like you look like you weigh that. Like, I personally feel like your bones are heavy.
Why did
You know what I mean? Like, some people have to have heavy bones.
I love her to death. She's family to me. She was like, she said it in Spanish. She was like, Valley's big bones like you. I was like, I could see that.
Wait, do you think Valley is going to look like you when she gets older, or no?
Here's the thing, because I have always had like body dysmorphia, like always been insecure about my height and my weight. I hope that she's not built like me. I hope that she's built more like the girls in Elijah's family, because they're all like super, like they're good height, like 5'5" or shorter, like more petite frame. I don't know. I don't want her to have the same struggles as me, She's very bow-legged, though. I'll say that. She's like, she walks like, yeah, it's so funny.
Oh my God. Wait, is both twins bow-legged?
No, it's just Valley that's bow-legged.
Oh my God.
Verse is Elijah and Elijah's dad molded over. Like, he doesn't look like them, but Elijah and his dad are both like very cool, calm, collected, quiet, observing the surroundings. Verse is the same way. He's not bow-legged though.
So did you see Jessica Simpson?
No,
on the
I
Today
didn't.
Show?
I didn't even know that she was performing again.
Yeah, so I think she came out with a new album, and I watched a couple of interviews that exist on TikTok. And remember me telling you way back when we talked about like interactions with celebrities and not having a pleasant experience, and she was my one.
Yes.
Okay, so Jordy Cray, I think he must be like obsessed with Jessica Simpson because I saw him doing like the coverage. I think it might have been Times Square where she was performing. And Kristen had sent me a video where the back of Jessica Simpson's dress was like soaking wet, like in the butt area. And apparently she peed herself on stage. And there's articles now online about it, and it says that like her rep's not responding to it.
Could it have been sweat? Like, could she have been? I mean, it's fucking hot as balls outside. Like, could it have just been sweat?
I mean, I don't think a coochie or a butt sweats that bad. Like, this was like soaking wet. Like soaking wet.
Can we get pictures?
Kristen goes, no, I think she said she literally peed.
But I think it would be funnier if she would have been like, hey, I need to pause the show for a minute to go pee. And she would have just like stopped the show and went pee. That would have been funnier and created a better like buzz. I just don't know that like peeing yourself on stage was like
I know, but it's like you're in a performance in Times Square and you are promoting a new album, and all of a sudden you have the urge to pee. Like, I'm probably pissing myself. Yeah. I know you wouldn't. I know you would be like, I've got to shit or I've got to pee.
Yeah, I would run off. I would be like, hold up, I got to poop real quick. And I would run for my life. Like, literally run for my life.
Wait, do you ever have the urge, like you just get the urge to pee?
I don't have peeing problems the same way I have pooping problems.
Have you had a poop problem lately?
No. And in fact, the opposite, I haven't been able to poop regularly. So I'm like, I just know that my next poop incident is going to be really bad. Like, I won't be able to stop it.
It's all hung up in the gate.
1000%.
Kristen said it's going to be in Virginia, and I'm so scared.
We leave for Virginia on Sunday, and I'm like,
oh my God.
Coffee Convos podcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice.
Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
With the summer winding down, you might want to refresh your workspace with desks, bookcases if you're like me, and office chairs for way less. I just got a chair from Wayfair where I can sit crisscross applesauce. Or maybe you want to make weeknight dinners a thing again with quality cookware that makes mealtime a breeze, and that's where Wayfair comes in. They have bedding basics, kids' room stuff, home decor, storage for every space, kitchen essentials, work from home study setups, and living room refreshes.
I love Wayfair so much. It is a huge part of my home, and every different area. So anything from like my storage and kitchen essentials to all of my outdoor furniture, I have ordered every bit of that from Wayfair. Wayfair has such a huge selection of outdoor items that makes it easy to find exactly what's right for you. There is something for every style and every home, no matter your space or your budget. Wayfair makes it easy to tackle your home goals with endless inspiration for every space and budget. They have free and easy delivery, even on the big stuff. So we're no longer talking about huge delivery fees for furniture. You guys can get the big stuff like sofas, dining tables, beds, desks, and more shipped free. And you're going to find all of your must-haves from furniture and decor to appliances and cookware all in one convenient place. So get organized, refreshed, and back in routine for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
No, wait, I took Jackson putt-putting the other day. They have like this putt-putt thing at our local bowling alley. So sometimes I take him there, sometimes Will takes him there. He's kind of gotten into golf. And I really love that. I don't know anybody else who's listening to this who is a parent of one kid, but he does really well with like individual sports.
And I don't know wrestling might be good.
I don't know if that's like an only kid thing. I don't know. I mean, he does well at basketball too. Like he's actually really good at basketball, but I just feel like he kind of thrives in just like solo. Just running solo dolo. But I take him to this place and I have the urge to go pee. So I'm like, oh, like gotta go. I run into the bathroom and someone's taking a massive shit in the ladies' bathroom. And I didn't want to judge them, but at the same time, I'm like, I have never taken a shit in a public bathroom in my life.
Oh, see, I'm going. Like, I'm going to the bath. I don't care where I am. I am just thankful to be in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thankful that I made it to a bathroom. I'm thankful. I don't care if it's Wawa. I don't care if it's Royal Farms. I don't care if it's Walmart. I don't care. I actually really don't shit in Walmart. There's never really been a time that I've been like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom in Walmart.
Why is Walmart sticking out?
I actually am not a super, like, Walmart, like, I try not to go into Walmart if I don't have to. If I'm in Target, I'll go in Target. There is studies, like there are real life studies done that certain stores make people go to the bathroom.
Wait, when were you doing this research and why do you know this?
Because it felt like every time I went into Target, I had to poop. And I was like, what is going on? And there was Starbucks. Well, I don't drink coffee like that anymore, but it could have been the Starbucks. So there is a study that says like certain people will even have like a morning routine to like walk around Dick's Sporting Goods because Dick's Sporting Goods gets them going.
Wait, can you provide me these studies?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get them. Hold on. My Google, we were just talking about Brian Koberger's search history and like what that did to him. It narrowed him down as a suspect. If Google gets subpoenaed and they're like, this happened in Dover, Delaware, and Kail is a possible suspect, my search history is going to incriminate me, but not for a crime. It's going to be unhinged Google searches. Yes, some people experience a sudden urge to poop or a bowel movement when visiting certain stores. This phenomenon, sometimes referred to as the Mariko-Aoki phenomenon in the context of bookstores, has been discussed in social media and by some medical professionals. While not a medically recognized condition, several theories attempt to explain this urge. Sensory stimuli, psychological factors, posture and movement, conditioned response, social anxiety. It's not just bookstores. While bookstores are often cited, the phenomenon can happen at a variety of stores, including stores like Macy's and hardware stores like Lowe's. It's a real thing. The widespread online discussion of this urge suggests that it's a common experience, even if not widely studied by scientists. So,
you know, never in my life have I gone into Dick's Sporting Goods and been looking at all the free people shit that I should not be buying and being like, yeah, I just got so excited about this shit that I need to take a shit.
I'm really disappointed because my Dick's Sporting Goods doesn't have Free People movement, and I love Free People, and it doesn't have it.
That's unfortunate. Kristen said that we used to talk about fart walks like after dinner, and I forgot that we did that. Do you remember us talking about that?
No, I've never heard of this in my life.
Yeah, apparently we talked about it, and I do remember people saying that they either walked like before dinner or after dinner, and what was better, and they called them like fart walks.
I have no recollection of this. I don't know if this happened or not. This feels like farting in the closet gaslighting, okay? Let me tell you, did I ever tell you? So Lux has a story like you about me farting in the closet, which you finally admitted was you gaslighting me. And I knew all along, but then I was like, maybe I'm crazy. Like, maybe I really did do this. Like, truly understand how people confess to crimes they didn't commit because they just gaslight the fuck out of you. Every chance that Lux gets, he tells this story that a coconut fell out my butt. And I'm like, he was like, remember that time when we were in the shower and the coconut fell out your butt and you smashed it down the drain? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh no. I don't know. He says it's a coconut. So he brought it up while we were driving with somebody in the car. He brings it up and I just start laughing and I go, Lux, you're gaslighting me. And he's like, I'm not gaslighting you. I don't know where this came from. And I think of you every time because I'm like, this is her kid. Like Lux is Lindsay's kid. I don't know what coconut fell out my butt and I smashed down the drain. Like that did not happen.
It was a small rolling.
It was a rolling turd.
No, I really think just based off of the fact of the boys, I don't know which one of the boys it was. What's that hairy thing jiggling?
That one was Lux. Creed asked me about my nipples. What are those pink things?
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that you possibly did let out like a rolling turd.
No, I swear I didn't because I would tell you if I did. Like I would be like, oh, and I shit in the shower. Like I would absolutely call myself out. Like I really, really would.
Okay, I need to tell you about like this psychological disorder that I have.
What is it?
Okay, so when your kids like make you things at school, do you like hold on to them so you can cherish them, but like you don't use them for whatever it is that they're supposed to be used for?
Like, what do you mean?
Okay, so for example, when Will and I divorced, there were certain things that he got that are now in his office that I feel like kind of belong to me, but they don't. Okay, so every time I go to his house and I'm left unattended, I think about theft.
Wait, same. No, I've literally gone through this. I completely understand.
There are things that I specifically took, like, okay, a pot holder, for example. I think it's called like Art to Remember.
Okay.
And you can go on like from their art from that year of school, you can go on this website and like make items with their art on it. So like I have a pot holder.
Yeah, or a mug or like anything like that. Yeah, I've definitely seen them.
Okay, so I was doing a little organizing and I found this little keychain and it looks like a little piece of paper. And on it, it says, "Dear Mom, I love you. You're a good mom. Love, Jackson."
My heart.
This is a keychain. I'm supposed to be using this as a keychain. I look at it. I don't use it as a keychain because I don't want to get scraped up.
Fair.
Yeah. And I'm like, I might not ever have another one of these again in my whole life.
I wonder if there is like, you know how there's like those mug tree holders that you can get on like Etsy and stuff? I wonder because keychains are like such a niche thing. I'm also weird about keychains. Like outside of like your actual keys, where would you put a keychain that like wouldn't get disturbed? But the new trend right now is bag charms.
Yes.
Could you put it on a bag charm, or what would it take for you to replicate that so you could use it? But also, like, is there like a decorative display situation that you could put it on?
I don't know, because then I feel like you start getting into an area of like tacky wacky, you know?
Yeah.
And if someone came in and just saw all of Jackson's stuff like in a thing that looks like a shrine, what the fuck is that? Oh, but you're also not using it?
No, I don't use it, but somebody gifted this to me. A girlfriend of mine gifted this to me because she's like, this reminds me of you. Like, it reminded me of you and I bought it for you. But like, I keep it on my desk. But like, I think this is like, if it's like an ornament is my guess. And then this is like, if you use it as a keychain. But like, and it's the actual Stanley brand. Like it has like the little.
Yeah, it's like
unicorn thing. And I just keep it here. Or like, I don't know what I don't want to like fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like somebody thought of me and bought that. You know what I mean?
I'm like, I don't want it to get scraped up. Like that
yours is definitely more important.
But that has to be some type of like psychological issue. Have you ever been into anybody's house that has shit around the house that looks like a fucking shrine of your kids?
Yes, I have actually. I literally have.
Do you not think that's the weirdest thing ever?
Well, I don't know if you missed it, this part on One Night in Idaho, but people are making Brian Koberger shrines, like mentally ill women obsessed with Brian Koberger.
I just don't know how anybody in their right mind could be obsessed with an admitted killer.
I don't know how anyone in their right mind could be obsessed with a person. Like, I use the word obsessed in like a joking, like dramatic way, like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with him, or like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with her. But I don't have any shrines. Like I don't have any, like it's not like that. It's like more like, oh, I just love you so much, but like I'm never going to have like a shrine. Like that's weird.
Wait, okay, can we go back to keychains for a second?
Yes.
Are your kids into Labubus?
Listen, they have not mentioned Labubus to me, but my friend Tony texted me and was like, I am getting all these duplicates of Labubus. Like, do you want them? And like low key, I just want them. I just want to say that I have them.
Yeah, but are you going to use them?
No.
Because people are using them as like bag charms.
Yeah.
Like on their handbag.
Elliot made me some bag charms. I'm really excited to use them, actually.
I just don't know if I could put something that literally looks like it's out of a horror film on a Louis Vuitton.
Wait, have you seen the trend? It's on TikTok, and I know you're not a TikTok girly, but LL Bean tote bags with like phrases on them that are like your name. Have you seen this trend?
No, I have not seen.
Okay, hold on, hang tight. This is important. This is important. Okay, so the trend is these LL Bean customizable tote bags, and I got the largest one because I have so many fucking kids. And then you put your name in like a cool, like this one says Kail in it instead of killing it.
Oh, yeah.
And then my other one says Kail yeah instead of hell yeah. And then my friend Emily got one that says MVP. So like that's like the trend or whatever. And then you could put the bag charms on one of these bags instead of a Louis Vuitton or like a Gucci bag. You could put it on like a tote. So like
that you're going to put the Labubu?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually wearing Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash extensions on my lashes right now. I'm obsessed with Thrive Cosmetics. Summer is all about looking and feeling your best without piling it on. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like to have super heavy makeup in the heat. And Thrive Cosmetics is my go-to for simple, clean, radiant summer looks with minimal effort, but maximum impact. What you're going to love about this is that every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it.
With over 150 million in product and cash donations to 600 plus giving partners, your purchase directly fuels real impact, and that's beauty with a purpose. I use the Brilliant Eye Brightener. Kail, I don't know if you use that or have tried it yet, but it is one of my favorite go-tos. I use it on my lids, but it is a waterproof eyeshadow highlighter stick made to brighten and open your eyes, and it just gives your eyes that radiant look for the beach, the pool, wherever you're heading this summer. You can also apply it to the inner corner of your eyes to look more rested and effortless. I'm also a big believer of the liquid lash extensions. It is a vegan tubing mascara with over 40,000 5-star reviews, me and Kail being one of those as well. It is a sweat-proof formula for the summer with 6 shades that last all day without clumping, smudging, or flaking. So this is your sign to maximize your look with minimal effort. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/coffee for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/coffee.
Actually, let me text Tony and say, hey, like, when do you think you'll ship out those Labubus?
Oh my God. But where did the Labubu thing come from? I was talking to Kristen about it and I saw this one video on TikTok and it said that depending upon like where it was shipped from, people were getting Labubus that had like hidden nanny cams in them. And now people are like cutting them apart to see if their Labubu has a hidden nanny cam.
Do you still have the extra Labubu? How do you even spell that?
B-U-B-U.
But they're hard to find real ones.
I know, like my gas station had some when Jackson.
What?
Yeah, like when we went to go and get worms the other day, fucking crawlers.
I saw that on your story and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, oh yeah. Don't even get me started, but we went to the gas station to get crawlers and there were Labubus that were sitting like in the front, you know, like where you check out.
Were they real?
Look, Mom, there's Labubus. I'm sure they're not.
Well, Tony told me they're hard to get or whatever. They're hard to come by or they're like super expensive.
But like, why are they making knockoff Labubus?
Same reason they make knockoff everything. I'll tell you what I accidentally fucking did. Let me tell you what I accidentally fucking did. Hold on. This is important. Y'all know I love Free People so much. I love fucking Free People, right? We're going to talk about dupes for a second. Buy this loungewear set from Free People.
Okay. That's very cute.
Just to chill in, go to the beach, bathing suit, cover up, whatever. Not remembering that I bought that, you brought up, why do they make fake Labubus? Accidentally bought the exact same thing on Amazon. Did not realize until this came in. And when I tell you, it is fucking identical to this from Free People that I spent entirely too much money on, only to fucking $88 for this set. I probably paid $20 for this Amazon one. So the same reason they make dupes for everything.
Why are people getting upset about Amazon duplicating the stuff for less?
Well, I think that there is like, I don't know if it's copyright or trademark or patent. It's like if you make something that is a direct knockoff, I think that that's like intellectual property or like design or whatever. I don't know how brands get around basically replicating the exact same item. Like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how it's legal for some, but like a fake Louis Vuitton, I think is not allowed.
Yeah, it's not.
But you can make dupes of clothing and things. Like, I don't know what the rules are. Like, I don't understand it. But also, if these big name brands don't want other people to make more affordable options, here's an idea.
Lower your price point.
Well, no, I was going to say, don't lower your price point, but if you have the funds to create a brand, I'll use Free People, for example, because I love Free People. They're so fucking expensive. Why not make another brand under the same company with a different name for a lower price point? And then you are the dupe. You are double dipping because you're doing the actual item and then you're creating a replica for a lower price point, but you're making the money, right? Like if this was made by Free People and sold on Amazon, they're double dipping, right? Because look at people like me who accidentally just bought this, but bought the real thing too. Or I can recommend, oh, here's the dupe, and it's still your company, but nobody has to know.
But it's kind of like the mentality of Louis Vuitton. I have heard that you will never get a Louis Vuitton on sale. And that anything that they have that's like left, they will not mark it down. They take it to a burn yard.
A burn yard?
Yeah. Like they take it. I've been told this for like years that they take those bags to a burn yard and burn them.
Okay, actually, and I'm not going to say who because she might listen to this podcast, and I love you so much. This is not a shot at you. I know it's your job, so please don't take it that way. A friend of mine is has a management role somewhere at a children's store here locally. And I get on her story and I see her cutting the same outfit over and over and over. She's like, it's time. I hate destroying these, blah, 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 blah. I messaged her and I was like, wait, why are you doing that? And she was like, we have to destroy these if they don't meet like our company's standards of quality, or like something along those lines, where it's like if it didn't live up to the expectations. But for me, that just feels like such a waste. Like, wouldn't you want to donate them to a homeless shelter?
Kristen said Sephora makes you do that with products.
Products, so people can't dumpster dive. Okay. But here's the thing. Products are a little bit more tricky because you can have people like contaminate them, tamper with them, like that gets a little tricky. But like children's clothing or even adult clothing, like I understand that it's not living up to the quality of the brand allegedly, right? But why not donate it to a homeless shelter or something? Like, I just feel like it just doesn't make sense that is destroying it is the better option than donating it.
Like Louis Vuitton, for example, if they are sending bags because like the stitching is off or whatever, so they send it to a burn yard. I get they're trying to protect the integrity of the company, so they don't want people walking around with that. That's an authentic Louis Vuitton. But it's like, it just feels very wasteful.
I would buy a Louis Vuitton bag with improper stitching. I would.
I would too.
So I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
And completely unrelated news. Did you see, this was news out of Tennessee, and it says doctor's notes no longer excuse for absences in a Tennessee school district.
What?
Yeah, it says that the school system says the policy is aimed at improving the district's attendance rate, but many parents are against it. Between the strep throat and the flu, this person that's commenting says, I can say that my child missed 17 days. It says if her daughter is absent for even half of that time this coming school year, it will now result in a referral to the county's juvenile court for truancy.
It's tricky. This whole situation is tricky because obviously the flu, you should go to the doctor. Strep throat, you have to get on antibiotics. Those ones should absolutely count. I don't understand, like, if you keep your child home because they have a fever for 24 hours or 48 hours, right? You keep your child home. I'm not necessarily bringing my kid to the doctor for that until it starts, like day 3. If you still have a fever, I'll take you to the doctor because it's probably more serious. What do you do in situations like that? So now you have an actual illness, right? Like the flu, strep throat, something like that. The doctor's note doesn't count. But then, so do you want them to stay in school then while they're sick like that? Like, same for a fever. Like, okay, they might have a fever for 48 hours. You want them to go to school with a fever then?
It's because I think doctor's notes come so easy now. Like, I know that in my situation, I could text the pediatrician, and if Jackson's home with a fever, like I can call the pediatrician's office and they will write a doctor's like excuse for his absence. So I'm wondering if it's situations like that and trying to get a hold of people using doctor's notes as excuses to like just not go to school. But I feel like in a case of serious illness, for example, when I was in 6th grade, only time I've ever had strep throat, I was out of school for 2 weeks because the antibiotics weren't working. And so I was running fever and I had strep. That's contagious. You should not be going into a school with that many students and teachers spreading that shit. So now truancy is going to get involved because if I missed 2 weeks of school in 6th grade, that's 10 days off the bat from one sickness.
Yeah. No, it literally doesn't make sense. I never thought about asking the pediatrician to write a doctor's note for like if Lux had a fever Creed's going to kindergarten now. So like I never thought to do, I don't even know if my pediatrician would do that. I don't think they would. I think if they don't see them, I don't think they would.
It says in this, it says that they will start petitioning the courts and they're going to take control of the attendance of their students. You can bring all the doctor's notes that you want, but it will be unexcused. It says there will be some exemptions for verified chronic illnesses and several other things. And that was according to the district official. It says, if you have the sniffles, and this isn't a quote, if you have the sniffles, that is fine. You're going to have them when you go to work one day. We all have gone to work sick, hurt, and beat up. I'm sorry, but I allow my child to take 3 mental health days a year.
Okay. So Lux last year, maybe the year before, people shouldn't be going to work sick to infect everyone they are working with. Last year or the year before, Lux was saying like, my stomach hurts, but like mostly acting fine. And then a little bit towards the end of basketball practice, he was literally projectile vomiting. Mm-hmm. If my son says that his stomach hurts in the morning before school to the point where I'm like, he could throw up, I'm not sending him to school because one, I don't want him like to throw up at school in front of everyone, have to change his clothes. Now the teacher has to start her work day. Now he's infecting other children. Like, but I'm not taking him to the doctor right away. So like sometimes there's a 24-hour bug. Sometimes there's a 48-hour bug. I'm going to wait until the second or third day unless there are symptoms that are like really bad. I don't like that. And I think that that's not going to last very long. At least I hope it doesn't.
In fact, my pediatrician has said many of times, unless your child's running a fever for over 48 hours, that is not a reason to go to the doctor.
Exactly.
And on that note, we have foul play.
Okay, ladies, I've got a good one for you. Years ago, when I first met the father of my son, I couldn't figure out why people kept calling him PooPac. Like Tupac, but PooPac. Well, his cousin spilled the beans one day, and boy, were they some nasty beans. The story goes, Brandon, that's my baby daddy, is trying to get with a new girl. They're having dinner at her house one night, and after dinner, while the girl is doing the dishes, Brandon decides it's an okay time to sneak off to the bathroom to poop. After pooping, he tries to flush. Nope, doesn't go down. With no plunger in sight and not wanting to flush a bunch of times, he does the unthinkable. He reaches in the toilet, fishes out the turd. His original plan was to toss it out of the bathroom window, but with the turd in hand, the window not budging, he's in a real pickle now. He wraps the turd in toilet paper and puts it in his pocket. Now, as calmly as he could with a turd in his pocket, he walks back out to the kitchen. His new plan is to attempt to throw the poop out in the yard while she isn't looking. Well, I guess that plan didn't work out so well. The girl is waiting at the kitchen table for him and looks to be ready to get it on. He does everything to avoid her, and I think she knew something was weird by this point. Did I mention that homegirl is pregnant? Not with his, so you know she was smelling something nasty. He manages to avoid being caught with a turd in his pocket and leave the house. Driving down the road, he tosses the toilet paper covered poop out the window a few blocks. So the same cousin that tells me the story happens to be friends with the pregnant girl and tells her. She said she knew something was wrong, and as soon as she smelt him, she thought maybe he had an accident. She wanted nothing to do with anything that was about to happen. After the dinner date, neither of the two ever spoke again. Brandon was given the best, worst nickname anyone could get. Hope you ladies cringe at the story as much as I did. I love you ladies so much, and listening to you every week is always the highlight of my week.
First of all, thank you for listening to us every week and it being the highlight. We are not the highlight of each other's week.
Thanks a lot.
Oh my God, why is my cam off? Also, why is it so weird? Like when you start dating someone, like at what point do you identify that you're taking shits? Like when does that come into play?
I think it depends on the person. Like I know someone who literally like first day in was like, this is me, take me or leave it. Like I will have to poop. I will have a pimple on my face. Like this is what it like sleeping butt naked on day one. Like this is who I am, very upfront and center. And then there's people like me who won't ever shit around you for 10 years.
Yeah. Remember when I said that I had never like pooped in front of Will our entire time being together?
Yes.
And that was like 12 or 13 years.
Yes.
Like, I swear to you, that is not an exaggeration or a lie.
No, I believe you.
It's just something that I don't feel comfortable with. It just like feels nasty to me, even though I know we all do it.
What's weird is that like Elijah has helped me clean up my poop, like when I poop myself. But like in other relationships, could never even poop around them, near them, anything.
I also like want to know who's out here having sex and they've like taken a shit and then not showered before they're having sex, because I feel like a lot of people do that.
Probably mostly men.
Like, would you be disgusted if you found out that you fucked someone and they had just taken a shit?
I did it one time and I'll never do it. It felt gross.
Like, you did it because you shit?
Like, I had sex after I pooped and I was like, this is nasty.
Yeah, it just feels like
Dirty.
we should not be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Coffee Combos Podcast is up for final voting in the Society and Culture category for the People's Choice Podcast Awards. Please check your emails if you voted for us in the nomination round, as some of you will be selected to vote in the finals. We appreciate y'all so much. Don't forget that Coffee Combos Podcast is crossing over with Chapter 7 Book Club. We will be doing a live book club on Monday, August 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to discuss the Idaho Four, An American Tragedy by James Patterson and Vicky Ward. Please make sure to sign up for access at patreon.com/Kail Lowry. Thank you guys for always supporting our show. Please subscribe and review in the Apple Podcast app, follow and rate on Spotify, or listen wherever you get your pods. For our latest merch, visit www.coffeeconvospodcast.com to shop. Full video episodes are available on Kail's Patreon at www.patreon.com/Kail Lowry. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and join our Facebook group to connect with us and our community. We hope you guys have the best week ever, and we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Just when you thought summer couldn't get any hotter, Pluto TV is turning up the heat with thousands of free movies. Presenting Summer of Cinema. Stream your favorite blockbuster films like Gladiator,
I will have my vengeance.
Good Burger,
This is what I call fast food.
Beverly Hills Cop, The Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, and Julie and Julia.
Bon appetit.
All for free on your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
Hi guys, my name is Hayden, and a lot of you have been asking me to start a podcast. Okay, I'm totally kidding. Nobody asked me to start a podcast. The world did absolutely not need another podcast, but I wanted to, because there's no place on the internet where I can yap for 30 to 45 minutes straight with my best friends, you guys, and just shoot the shit. Talk about all of my favorite things like social media, pop culture, reality TV, influencers. We all know I love a good influencer. And that's what you can expect from my new podcast. A lot of you have been asking. This is a space for some real conversations with some of my favorite creators, reality stars, maybe even a celebrity or two if they answer my DM. This is all about the world behind the curtain that I really want to share with you guys. Allow me to ask the questions that you've been dying to know the answers to, and allow me to tell my guests that a lot of you have been asking. You guys can listen to, follow, rate, and review. A lot of you have been asking with me, Hayden Cohen, wherever you get podcasts.